Hi everyone, welcome to WW Designs. My name is Nikki and today we are going to do prompt number 10 for the July Junk Journal Challenge 2025. And I kept thinking worn out something, and I went, you know what? Let's go completely opposite and have a beautiful blingy page, because what is jewelry and everything? It's worn. So I'm starting off with this absolutely beautiful base piece, which I have already glued down. This was a printable from Antonio Makes. And when I was gathering stuff to possibly use for this challenge and popped it in my basket, this was one of the things I popped in there, and I went, somehow I have to use this gorgeous image. So obviously I haven't used the whole A4 page. I've cut out what will fit, and I've just got a few little bits that I want to add to this. So the first thing I've done, there was this photo frame, which I've fussy cut out, put a little bit of gold using as gold stamp pad, and just put a little bit of gold around the edges. I did lose a tiny bit of the frame here because it was attached to something else, but no big deal. And I thought she needs a little bit of bling, so why not give her a little bit of a pearl necklace? So what I've done here, I've got a big bucket full of seed beads, and I dug out the ones that are the closest to pearls, because I thought I really need to use seed beads. It's got to be on the smaller side because, you know, it's only a small photo. So I have threaded a needle with a very fine eye, because otherwise you can't get them through seed beads. So hopefully this should work. And then what I'm going to do, let's see, where do I want to? I think we'll start her necklace sort of about... oh, yeah, maybe there. So what I'm doing, I'm already making my hole so that I don't, because if I try and do it from the back, I might accidentally come up in the wrong place and I'll make a hole that I don't want. Oh, I knew this would happen. Okay, so the other thing I didn't want to do was create a really big knot and then end up having it go all lumpy at the back. So what we're going to do, I've got a small knot there, which is obviously technically too small, but that's okay. I'm going to glue all this down anyway. So I'm just going to tape this, and that way it will stay. And now we can just grab some beads and we're going to make her a little pearl necklace. So now, fingers crossed, everybody, that this should work. Oh, it does. They're seed beads, but sometimes the holes are so tiny, and I struggle with the actual beading needles, just getting them threaded. It can just be so hard. So do we want a dangly one or do we want a choker? Maybe a little bit of dangle, hey? Let's see. Yeah, why not? So we just thread a few on. Yeah, a few more. I also grabbed a couple slightly bigger pearl ones, but I'm not going to use them. I think they're too big. So how long do I want this? Oh, actually, I think about there will probably do it. So then we'll just go back down through here. And now she's got a cute little pearl necklace on. So I will do one knot, but it's probably not worth my while. It'll be better if I just sticky tape it down like I have the other side, and that way you don't end up with it creating bulk that you don't want. Voila! Now we have a cute little pearl necklace. And what I might do is I might just put a tiny little bit of glue here, and that way that can hold that necklace down so that it doesn't stick up. But before we put our image down, obviously I want to cover up this because that's not so attractive. I'd much rather have a picture of my little lady. And I wanted somewhere to add a little bit of lace. So I decided I'm going to have this cute little scrap, and I'm just going to pop that down there. I don't want to lose all the edge of that frame because that's quite pretty. But like, doesn't really matter. That's just there. Then we'll just glue this down. Just put a little bit over that. But it won't be going anywhere. And then we can just lay that on top there. Whoops-a-daisy. There we go. So there's our little lady with her pretty pearls. And then we have a few other little bits to attach. This was a green bow that I cut out from another part of this sheet. Again, I've put a tiny bit of gold around the edges just to help it stand out a little bit. And I thought we'll pop that up here somewhere. Now, I found in my stash, this was, I think, it somehow came to me as Happy Mail, and I thought I really want to include this. I think it's absolutely a perfect little piece. What I'd like to do is make some more of these. I think I'd like to have some of those handy to use, and I thought we can pop that up over in that corner. Then another little piece I cut out. This is just, I don't even know exactly what it is. It's a little bit of bling of some sort. I put a little bit of gold around the edge of that one too. We'll just pop that down in that space there. Now, I found this whilst I was looking, and I was thinking maybe if we could somehow put those on there. So what I'm going to have to do is grab these scissors. I need to pull this apart a little bit, I think, because I think we might have a bit of waste here. I think I have previously cut a strand or two from that. And then what we might do, if we put some glue here and then somehow, how does that work? Yep, except we've got a rogue, that one there. Now, are they all sort of sitting in the glue? Yes, they are. And then obviously that is quite unattractive as it is. So I think I've got this cute little pink bow. If we generously add some glue to the back of that, and we get this to sit on top of the majority of those strings, that should look quite decent. And what I'll do is later on when this is dried, I might actually glue these down, but I'll let this dry and get nice and solid first, and then I might space them out a little bit, or I might just leave them. They don't look too bad like that at all. And then, of course, why not a few more pearls? Some 3D ones. I think we should add a few. So I was thinking down in this corner here would be good. If we add a couple of these. these things, sometimes they're very sticky, other times they are not. These seem to be, it's very hard with fingernails to deal with these things. They end up all over the place. Look, stuck to my finger. And these tweezers aren't helping. Okay, let's get that one down there. I bought one of these supposed beading tool things, but I can't seem to make it work. So we're sticking to the old-fashioned way. Maybe we should do the old 3 down here. Let's see what size. Oh, why don't I do one of the little ones? There we go. Then I think maybe we need one down here. Let's use this one here. Okay, I might just... Oh, now it's stuck to my nail. Oh, these things are annoying. Does someone actually have a tooly thing you can use for this that you can recommend to me? Because they honestly drive me crazy. Now, the one last thing, but I don't know where. I've got these things, and they look like sort of old-fashioned type gemmy arrangements. I'm seriously wondering if we can't find room for one of these. I was thinking maybe about, yeah, that's where we're going to put it. This book's so fat now anyway. It doesn't matter if I add a bit more. But I just thought this could look quite cute. There we go. Press that in there. And I think we can call this page done. So there we go. We've got worn, all sorts of pretty bling with a vintage vibe, and I think that is absolutely gorgeous. So I hope you enjoyed this. Please give this video a thumbs up. I would really appreciate that. And if you have any questions, you know what to do. Pop them in the comments box below. And until next time, thank you very much for watching, and bye for now.